Hey everybody, Stu Carter here from Atamaii TV. I'm continuing my reviews of Star Wars toys. You know, the movie Rogue One is coming up next month. Are you ready? Well, I've got here a Star Wars action figure, but it's not by Hasbro. This is a Hasbro Scout Trooper figure in here from Bandai, Japan. The SHFiguarts line, First Order Stormtrooper Heavy Gunner. Ugh. So get ready for a Star Wars toy review. Well, here's a look at the outer packaging. How mysterious. I've really never seen a small action figure packaged quite like this. It does say Bandai Collector's Shop, which I really haven't seen that before either. SHFiguarts, First Order Stormtrooper Heavy Gunner. I guess that's recycled. This case is used solely for the purpose of protecting product during shipment. Case may not be exchanged due to damage or discoloration. Thank you for understanding. They're saying, like, if you see this, it's already beat up or wet. They're not going to take it back. It's some more Japanese writing on it. Who knows? I can't read Japanese. My son does. You want to get this open? All right, let's open it up. So here we go out of the package. Wow, this is like 2 unboxings you guys will get. 2 for 1. Oh, there it is, yeah. And look, it's not even a window package. They don't even put the window package on it because they don't figure you got to put it on a shelf, I guess. I mean, the stores. They're just giving you, you know, the photo. Well, let's get a better look at this package. Yeah, so Star Wars SHFiguarts, that's their line of very detailed, highly articulated figures. SHFiguarts is a new standard figure series, not so new now. It incorporates a Bandai action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. You know, sometimes I shouldn't even bother writing English. From the new movie Star Wars The Force Awakens, First Order Stormtrooper Heavy Gunner. Do you guys remember him in the movie? Was he in that assault on the village? Was this big old cannon? If I can find a clip, I'll try to put that in. On the side, it just says the same thing about the new standard figure series, and it has Star Wars-jp.com, and then you see some photography of him with the other guys. So yeah, because they've been putting out these figures. And by the way, you know, we first saw this. Alex and I first saw this last June of this year at the Tokyo Toy Fair. We saw this on display, so that's when I knew I had to have it. I had to get this. Well, you ready to open up the box and have a look? Let's get going. Okay, our second unboxing. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, get that PVC smell. No, yeah, love that stuff, yeah. You kids are too young to remember mimeograph machines when you get those handouts in high school. They always smelled good too. All right, well, it looks like he's got his gun, he's got his bipod or monopod, and it looks like 4 hands, and well, 6 with the ones that are already on him. Let's get him out of this plastic and stand him up. Right, so I freed him from his plastic prison, and I got him out. There, he's all sparkly. He's not your been out in the desert for a long time kind of stormtrooper. He's the one factory fresh. He just arrived in country, let's say. He hasn't had a chance to ding up his armor yet, and I'm sure his gun is in excellent condition. He's got, as you can see, he comes with a sidearm, which makes him, you know, makes the troops comfortable. And then he comes with a big heavy gun. The heavy gun has 2 modes. You got this I'll call it a bipod, right? And the bipod's folded up here. Let's just say that, right? And then you can take that off and you put this in. Now it's on. See, now the only thing that moves is this part of the bipod. This will move a little bit, and that's going to keep it from breaking, because there's a hazard of breaking this if you're not careful. This part doesn't swivel. I would like it to, but it doesn't swivel, and that's where you might break this toy if you're not careful. You know, and if you're in a bipod situation like this, really the guy needs to stand behind cover. See, You don't like just stand up in the middle of the desert like this unless you have to, but sometimes you can't see very well, right? So you have to get up high. But you really want to be behind a wall of some kind, you know, maybe some sandbags. Unfortunately, I don't have miniature sandbags here. Or I would set up a diorama and play with them that way. But that's a suggested pose. Also, really, you see him standing up like this, right? So he's not really looking down at the weapon. He's not sighting it. He's just kind of firing from the hip. There is this thing. This thing, they're calling it a scope. A telescope, right? A sight. I thought it would have been a charging handle, but then that would be more appropriate for weapons that actually shoot bullets, and this doesn't. You would think it doesn't shoot bullets. So he's not really aiming, but if you have him kneeling down, and I have some photos where he can kind of get a little bit closer down there. But there's some limitations. His hand will get in there. His hand will fit into the trigger area, and the other hand can kind of grip, but you really need to kind of pull it back a little bit for him to do that. Let's get a closer look. Okay, looking at him closely, a lot of details like you'd expect with a Bandai SHFiguarts series. I'd say it looks like 4 colors. Notice, for instance, in the helmet, you've got this little thingy. It's silver, all right, and then you've got molded into the helmet little details here and there. See, and he's got a harness because he's carrying a lot of ammunition. Also, notice up here you've got these little flexible thingies. You know, you can't have armor everywhere, and so he's got little flexible things. And then even inside his shoulder, there's a little bit of flexible stuff in there. And notice his helmet, his head articulates 2 places, see? And of course it turns. That's pretty nice. Bringing him around here. There. Okay. Bringing him around here, and then you can see that he's got this big ammo belt thing. He's got a lot of ammunition because, you know, he's got this heavy weapon. He needs to use it a lot. He needs to be able to keep firing for a long time. So that's a different thing that you don't see with your regular Stormtroopers, see. If I turn his arms, I see details here I haven't seen before in Stormtroopers. Is this something that happened with the First Order guys? I hadn't noticed this before. Maybe it's just with this edition, but you can see on the insides of his arms he's got details here, like some mechanism, see? And on the other side it's about the same thing, see? Right? And then you see on his waist he's got these pouches, and these pouches are flexible. They help, like when his legs are splayed out, see? They kind of flexible out like that. These little ammo pouches, or maybe he's got some first aid or some snacks, you know? Maybe you put some Pop-Tarts in there. I'd carry Pop-Tarts to battle, sure. A lot of soldiers like Pop-Tarts. Did you know that? I don't know what this is. What is this? Yeah, who knows? And then he's got some little map pouch or something, another pouch, another flexible pouch, you see. And then you go down, and again, details on his leg armor even. And of course, even the toes, just like most of these, the toes will adjust and help him stand up. He gets a pistol, but you know what? He will not hold that pistol. I tried a lot. There's a picture of him holding the pistol. I couldn't get him to do it. I just couldn't get him to hold the doggone pistol. Let's look at the weapon. So a good look at the weapon here, and it's got a stock as if he would hold this to his shoulder. Good luck. He doesn't really quite want to do that. And then this thing, which I was calling a charging handle, it's supposed to be a scope. And he does have something of a sight or a mechanism for loading the weapon right here. I would assume that if you've got ammunition magazines, they would go up underneath here, right? And then the barrel of the weapon has these molded in, you could probably see them if you look close, molded in little like cooling vents, reminiscent of World War II weapons like the 50 caliber machine gun. Not just World War II, but we use it now. And he's even got a little sight post up here in the front. Yeah, so he's supposed to be sighting a gun. He's not supposed to be shooting from the hip like Rambo. A little bit of interesting detail on the bipod there. Yeah, and then this would be just This is just what is, it's the same kind of thing. It's folded up for him to carry around. And sure, some extra hands. He's got like pointy finger hands, and he's got fists, I guess, like if he was standing at attention. But he needs to be holding his weapon, so I'm keeping the open grip hands going right now. Now the best thing I can compare him to is this Scout Trooper from Hasbro. This is a Hasbro Black Series in the vehicles. So in price he can't compare. I mean, he probably buy as a standalone figure. What, these are about $25 or $30, and the Bandai figure is $73. You're paying a lot for the export, the duty, and that kind of stuff too. Also, see, Bandai started in, and a lot of people doing this now. They're doing the dirty. They dirty them up, right? And so you can see the Scout Trooper's got dirty boots for being out in the desert, and the Bandai version, he's all shiny new. Scout Trooper's got tons of detail molded into him. He's got little pouches. He's got backpacks and stuff, and he kind of has. He's got something on the Bandai version. See, even in behind, he's got something going on. Ignoring the vehicle, but see, even behind, he's got stuff molded into him that the Bandai Trooper doesn't have. The Bandai guy also, the Bandai figure is shorter. That's just typical of the Japanese sizes. They always run a little bit shorter. Now, on his boot, and because of that, see, you'll notice that he's not as thick. I mean, look at his legs. His legs kind of look spindly compared to the Hasbro, and his boots are kind of small compared to the Hasbro guy. See, but then the Hasbro, the Bandai figure, has got the little toe deal where you can kind of help him stand up by adjusting his toes. Hasbro doesn't do that. And the Bandai has more articulation, especially like in the hips and around the shoulders and neck, right? Otherwise, very similar in quality for both these guys. Hats off to Hasbro for putting out these really detailed figures now, and I know the collectors really love them. That's my look at the First Order Stormtrooper Heavy Gunner. Hit that subscribe button. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next. Until next time, have a great day.
No one I know is out to kill me. I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions. Just an empty head filled with the sky. I separated my life between the boys.